Alright guys, my name is Goblin, and today we're basically going to be going through a Resto Shaman gearing guide. Just before I jump in, do be sure to follow me on social media, particularly Twitch. I'm going to start streaming on Twitch a lot more now. I will actually be streaming tonight as I upload this video. And if you haven't already, please just subscribe so you don't miss my next video. My next video basically going to be going through really useful leveling add-ons, so be sure to stay tuned for that. So, gearing for a Resto Shaman, it's very different to the other classes, really, and that's because of one main reason. And that main reason is that we do not really benefit from Spirit. Okay, so you have Druid and Priest. They have a talent which allows them to benefit more from their Spirit stat while in combat. So, a percentage of their mana regeneration when out of combat kind of continues into combat. So stacking Spirit for those classes is useful. But for, Paladin, you crit with spells to get your mana back, so you don't really need Spirit that much as a Paladin. And the same goes for Resto Shaman. Because we just don't have a talent which allows us to benefit from Spirit, so stacking Spirit is pretty useless. This means you really have to prioritize MP5, which is mana per 5 seconds. This is basically raw mana regeneration, and you should stack it on literally every single piece that you can. It is so incredibly beneficial. If we look at my gear here, basically I've got Shaman here. He's kind of in between getting to... He's got some raid gear, and he's got some pre-raid base gear, and he's also got a lot of crap gear, so he's got quite a bit of a mix. So it's a good example. Well, that's a bad example, but like for instance these Andalari wrists, you got raw MP5 there, and that's what you want to stack as much as you can. Got it on the ring there as well. So MP5 on the shoulders as well. That's a BRD shoulder. Yeah, you need to be stacking the MP5 as high as possible. And the second stat after that is intellect. Technically it kind of isn't, but it kind of is. What I mean by this is you need to stack enough intellect to have significant enough, what I like to call raid fight endurance. You need to stack a decent mana pool before you can really start jumping into raids and actually lasting for the whole fight. So it becomes a very important stat. What I'm trying to say here is that, for instance, I've got pieces here which do not add any intellect. They have no intellect on them. You might find pieces from raid gear which have low intellect on them, so you've got to be careful with these low intellect or non-intellect pieces when you're trying to gear up your character, because your raid fight endurance could be affected by that. So but as you start to get gear, as you start to get the best in slot gear, you get the raid gear, you won't have to worry about intellect, because you'll just get it. It'll just be there on your stats anyway, and jobs are good. But it is something to start to consciously think about when you're trying to gear up for a raid, more so, because if you don't have enough intellect, my character right now, he could probably do with over 5k intellect. He's got 4.8 intellect. He could probably do with over 5k to get into raid fights and stuff, but I'm kind of managing. And the stat after that is HSP, which is healing spell power. The reason why we stack healing spell power is for one simple reason, and that is you basically can save a lot of mana by stacking healing spell power, because you get the ability to down rank your spells. Right? There's two really important things you need to remember when it comes, to healing. One is your fight endurance. Like I said, you need to be able to last for the whole fight and be able to be kind of casting healing spells until the last seconds of the boss fight. Otherwise, you're pretty useless. And the second thing is you should never be over healing. If you're casting high rank spells and the majority of that healing spell is being wasted because either, well, someone got to the heal before you, or it's just the heal was too much, then you are wasting mana. Yeah, overhealing wastes mana. So when you're in a raiding scenario, a lot of the time you are going to be using low rank spells for the majority of the time. For instance, if you just spam rank 1 chain heal, like on a melee group for the whole fight, you could probably top the healing meters, right? With good healing spell power, it will just be as good as a normal rank chain 4 heal. But the rank 3 chain heal, But chain free heal with a lot of healing spell power, it will just be less useful because you will be over healing the target, which means a lot of your healing is wasted and your mana is wasted. And that's the short end of it. The only time you should be using high rank spells basically is in 5-man content, or any content where you're basically the only healer, because you can kind of wait for that target to have the precise amount of health, well, damage taken before you cast your heal. So you can wait around for a warrior to take 3k damage. He has minus 3k health, and then you cast your big 3k heal and none of it's wasted, and then you're also spending less time actually casting, so you can save mana and just get the dungeon done quickly because you spend less time drinking. That's kind of the gist of it. But I'll make probably an exclusive 5-man guide soon, actually. That's a good idea for a video. And obviously after that, you just it's kind of meh. Basically stamina is probably more useful than spirit. Like, spirit is so useless that it just is useless, right? There's no point having spirit at all. But sometimes it's just going to be on your gear. But like literally stacking stamina pieces is probably more useful to keep you alive. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. That is my quick Resto Shaman gearing guide. I will have more detailed Resto Shaman guides probably coming soon because I do enjoy playing this class a lot. And when I have more free time, which will probably be never, I will make more videos and play the game more and learn more about the class, but yada yada. That's where I'm going to end the video. My name is Goblin. Until my next video, ciao.